Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys.
Today we're here to review issue 20 of Darth Vader.
Fortress Vader Part 2. And sorry, I found a smudge on my comic. That's my reading copy. I get two copies.
Like this, then?
Yeah.
I know, doesn't that make you cringe?
It's my reading copy, so I don't care.
That is dumb.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Or is that the star in the back? Nope.
No,
that's
it's
just a fudge.
Anyway, where we left off at the end of last issue, Vader showed up on two Inquisitors that were just having some downtime after going through a crazy mission. He's ready to kill.
Rolled up on them.
He's ready to kill.
Yeah.
And we pick right back up, basically in Coruscant, at the Inquisitors' headquarters, which is where they were at, and he's ready to kill.
Yeah.
The Grand Inquisitor is like, what are you doing? Is this a test? Is this more training?
More training, yeah.
And Vader's like,
no.
And so he goes in for a swing, and one of the Inquisitors grabs his lightsaber, blocks him, and Vader's like, interesting. And the battle begins.
Ensues. Yeah.
They want to run, and Vader is on full force death mode because he found their weakness. Those two actually became an item, have a relationship, which is an attachment, which is what Jedis do. They form... Well, Jedis aren't supposed to form attachments, but if Vader senses that, you're a traitor, you're a Jedi, you must die. What's that? Well, yes, he did. He did do that.
So what happens, the two Inquisitors, or as I like to refer to them, Jedi, go off running.
Yes.
And
the Grand Inquisitor asks for if he wants the help, and Vader's just like, nope, no need.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And these two are running for their lives.
Yep.
And they're like, look, Vader doesn't need a reason to kill people. He just kills people.
Do it. Yeah.
He's just going to do it.
Yeah.
And I think the guy's kind of like, look, I told you how I feel about you. She was kind of like saying, you shouldn't have like told me how, we shouldn't have done this in a sense. They're almost like saying we shouldn't have like became an item, so to speak. Because now,
I mean, she's regretting it, and she's basically saying it doesn't matter. He's still going to come for us, and furthermore, you just stepped up to him. In layman's terms, you just you went against him.
Yeah. Exactly. And she's like, okay, we need to get out of here. The main thing we need to do is kill him so we can be free. And they begin.
Free they are not going to be.
So an air battle, well, I wouldn't say air battle, but they're driving their, the car, the crafts.
The speeders.
Of course, on the speeders. Yep. And so Vader's on their tail. And they try to, use the force to throw speeders at him. So they throw one, it explodes, it falls down, and we see a nice panel of this couple just hanging out.
They're enjoying a picnic. A lovely little picnic.
Yeah.
Digging to some wine.
Ding! Boom! The speeder falls right on top of them. They're done.
They're done.
They explode.
They're dead. And like when I turned to that, I'm like, did that just happen? Did they just kill them?
They just died. So they're, Vader's still on their trail, and they're trying to use the Force to grab other speeders coming in their way and pushing them into Vader.
And Vader's throwing them back at him.
They say he's throwing them back. And eventually, yes, Vader's one does get hit, or, it runs into the side of a building, and Vader falls onto a ledge.
Now, this is awesome, because here the two Jedi think that they actually defeated him.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my gosh, we beat him. And as the lady brings up her lightsaber and says, after all we've been through, I have to finally say that you deserve this, Vader. And goes to swing, and Vader stops him with the Force.
You see her face. She's like, yeah. And you see his hands. Yeah. So he's now using the Force against them both. They both have lightsabers in their hands. And
this was great because she turned to him.
She turned to
her, I'm going to say her lover.
Her lover, yes.
And said, I'm sorry.
And he's like, look, I didn't think we'd end up, expecting us to die in bed together. But after the choice we've made, and at least now we'll be, before he says be free, Vader uses the Force to where they both stab each other with the lightsaber and kill each other. Boom, end of story.
The look on Vader in the background, even though he's wearing a helmet, you just see the wickedness.
He's got these they have him pointed down, and you see that
you see the emotion on his mask.
Yeah, on the mask.
It's freaking sweet.
Freaking love it. So now it's time back at the Imperial Palace to speak with his master about what's been going on.
And Palpatine is basically just talking about his failures. Like, first of all, it's Vader telling Palpatine, look, that I received information that from the fifth brother that the ninth sister was...
well, it wasn't the ninth sister.
Sorry.
But the fifth brother did see
that. The fifth brother did see this. This is one of the Inquisitors that let the woman and her baby go. Mm-hmm. And Vader goes on to tell Palpatine that the only reason why she sucked the baby back is because she got caught. Someone found her. The fifth brother saw her. So at first she was going to let her go, and then of course she played off saying, "Well, I appealed to her as a woman and did, she's trying to get away with saying, oh, I did it with, I was going to be mean to her anyway and do it, but she got found out." Yeah.
And that's why Palpatine was like, well, you said these are traitors. Where's your evidence? And he's like, okay, well, Eeth Koth, you killed Eeth Koth, which was your main mission. You were successful. Thank you very much.
Here's the kicker, though.
But then he asks, how was he attempting to hide? And Vader's like, he was a priest. And Palpatine laughs. Yeah. He's like, really?
A priest. A priest? He's like, how typical.
That's like the most Jedi thing you could
exactly. But of all the failings, one of the most important failings that Vader had done throughout this Inquisitor's battle is that the ship that was thrown and landed on these poor couple that were toasting and having a romantic picnic together happened to be a senator that was on the side of Palpatine, and that Palpatine needed as a way to enact his plan against the Empire.
Yeah, and he's pretty pissed about that. But he's also pissed because he's like, look, if I can't maintain order on my world, which is Coruscant, it is his, then whispers are going to go out and it's going to let people think that I don't have control of things.
Yeah.
And I cannot have that happen. He's like, not on my world. Yeah. This cannot happen.
And I love it as they, essentially what comes of this discussion is Palpatine says, okay, enough of your failings. We have some other business to attend to.
And he was thank you for killing Eeth Koth. Everything's good, but I have a surprise for you.
Yeah, and as he's I love this part because as he's walking through the tunnel to get to his surprise, to Vader's surprise, again Palpatine says, "A priest." Ha.
Yeah. So, this panel, Star Wars fans out there, do you recognize that ship? This is the gift from Palpatine.
Yeah.
And Vader says he recognizes it.
For you, my apprentice, do you remember it? He says to Vader.
It is the royal vessel of Padme Amidala from Phantom Menace Episode 1.
I absolutely loved the panel of Vader looking into the ship, and the glare of the ship, he saw his reflection. Mm-hmm. I love that.
Love it. So there's a little droid who basically is kind of saying... full restoration is underway. We'll get it back to new. And then all of a sudden the droid is crushed by Vader.
Well, he says that the outside is almost complete and the interior is all in working order now. Mm-hmm. So the ship's pretty much done and restored, but Vader doesn't like any of it.
He doesn't want the rest to be done. He kills the droid. He wants to leave it as is. And so he is like, look, the Jedi threat is going to continue.
Palpatine, right?
We have a lot of work to do. Yes. So, as the Jedi surface, we will hunt them down. We will destroy them. And so now you're done with this mission. Your next mission is to travel to Alderaan to speak with Bail Organa, because Bail Organa is not. He feels that he is immune to my will, and you are going to go there to demonstrate this position. And what does Vader do?
No.
He says no. And Palpatine's like...
He's like, no? Did you seriously just say no to me?
Vader's saying, look, man, I have destroyed a lot of the remaining Jedi. But I will do some of these tasks for you. But there's one thing I want. I want my own world.
He wants Palpatine to give him a world.
And Palpatine is very...
He's receptive to it.
A place where you can be... where you can test your skills and your anger.
Yeah, and he says, I have my own world, Coruscant, and maybe we do need to give you a world. And he says, how about Naboo? Maybe, perhaps, I know that you have connections with that planet.
He has a lot of connections with that planet. Yeah. That is Palpatine's home world. That is where he met Palpatine. That is where he met Padme. That he's like, he's like, I'll give you my world. But how about Tatooine? Take your own world. He's like, you can freaking burn that sand to glass and repay the suffering thousands time over. Vader says no. You guys know what world he wants.
Of course.
Mustafar. Mustafar. I love this issue. The next issue cover, of course, he's on Mustafar. Oh,
I liked it. The little Easter eggs that they put in there,
the callback to the
prequels, and the callbacks really helped me out because it's cool to see that.
Yeah, because he looked at the ship and he was like, at first he was like, "Isn't that Obi-Wan's ship?" Now.
I just remember that from Obi-Wan flying that into
Mustafar. He snuck on when Padme was going to visit. Yeah, so he was technically right. And then I said, read that next bubble, and he was like, oh.
Yeah, because I don't. Again, I'm not as big of a Star Wars. I've seen all the movies.
Right.
This is my first comic read of Star Wars, but I don't catch on to small details like that right. was her ship.
Yeah. So I thought that was great because that would feed his anger having that ship. And of course, he's going to be at Mustafar because that is a place of his biggest failure ever. That is where he almost killed his wife, which he assumes he killed her there. The Emperor told him that she died there.
Where did she get to?
She was on a ship where she gave birth to Luke and Leia.
Ship?
And then, yes, that ship. No, not that ship. Actually, yes.
They wouldn't have it.
In the movies, Obi-Wan took her from that ship and went to probably a bigger medical ship, and then over the course of the years, that ship, however he got back, but so she died while giving birth to Luke and Leia.
Yeah.
So, but the Emperor told Vader that he killed her to help bring his anger to get him onto the dark side. So, I love this issue. It was so good. I love it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Let us know what you think of issue 20 of Darth Vader. Awesome series. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Let us know how we're doing. Give it a thumbs up. And follow us at NocBro Nation on Facebook and Twitter.
That is right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for issue 21, Fortress Vader Part 3, coming soon. We will see you next time. May the Force be with you. We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.